Today's topic is an exciting topic. It's a reality check topic, and it's a frustrating topic. We're going to talk and show you a little bit of what it takes for you to be able to retire exactly the lifestyle that you're living the day you retire. Experts say it takes 10 to 12 times your annual income at retirement. So if you're making $100,000, that's $1 million to $1.2 million. And if you're making $200,000, that is $2 million to $2.4 million that you need to have in a retirement account to be able to retire smoothly. I did a video about this last week with some of the other information, and that link is below. So please feel free to go back and watch that video. What we want to do is we want to be able to get you, number one, disciplined and committed to a distinct amount of money that you pull out of your checking and put over into a return account where you're getting about 10% return annually. If you get more, all the better. But if you get just the 10% return, these are the figures that will happen. And you've seen this, you've heard about it. We talk about compound interest ad nauseum. What we don't talk about is, how do I get that to happen? If you are not used to saving money, it takes discipline. You got to build that savings muscle. And I talk about this all the time with my clients. It doesn't just happen. And it's even worse. If you're an entrepreneur or you are a commission sales-based person, there's no one just automatically pulling money out of your checkbook and putting it over into a retirement account. You have to be the one that pulls that over. And it's hard because, well, all those shiny carrots out there. You could have that new blouse. Oh my gosh, I need a new computer. Oh, the new iPhone is out. I really would like to redo the living room. And I want you to have all those things, but not at the expense of having to work in your 70s and 80s and skimp and not have anything and be worried about, do I eat or do I take my medicine? That is where so many retirees are right now. I don't want that for you. I want it to be just complete smooth sailing, retirement date into living a great life, being able to do all those things that you dreamt about doing when you retired. And here's another thing. If you get way more money, fabulous. Then you can retire early. But you must figure out a way to get this money set aside. So in this video, we're going to talk about a couple different scenarios, but the link for all of them is that you're starting with $0. You're going to put it in an investment that is giving you 10% return annually, and you're going to put $6,000 a year into that account. Now that is $500 a month. For some of you, that wouldn't hurt. Others, depending on your situation, $500 may feel like a lot. That's like a car payment. But doing this, getting the muscle built, getting the system set up so that it just automatically happens. And if you are a commission-based salesperson, you're going to have to, when you have some slow months, the money's not going to go in. But when you have one of those nice big commissions, then you've got to calculate how many months you haven't done and pull it out of that checkbook and put it over there. You'll be glad you did, even though right at the moment it feels painful. It feels painful because there are so many things grabbing our attention today. You know, the new iPhone's coming out. I need a new computer. Oh, I'd love to go get a new wardrobe. I'd like to redo the living room. I need those new golf clubs. All of those things are pulling at you, and they are an instantaneous hit of fun. But do you want to be the retiree that has to skimp, that has to stay at home, that doesn't get to take the vacations because you did not set money aside? Do you want to have to worry about, do I buy food or do I buy my medicine? And for the younger crowd, they have been threatening us for years that Social Security isn't even going to be around. And if it is around, it's not much to live off of. So I want you to get yourself set up. I want you to start building that savings muscle. And it takes some doing if you have not been taught to do this from an early age. So let's take a couple examples. I want to take the example, the best one. Let's start with the best one. So start with $0, 10% annual return, $6,000 a year. If you start when you're 25 years old, this will give you 45 years of investment. And if you do, you're going to have over $4 million sitting in your retirement account. Now, how wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? But if we just take it backwards a little bit, if you start when you are 30 years old, $6,000, $500 a month, 10% annual return on your investment, you will end up with over 1.6 million. Not bad. Not bad, depending on how much you're making. But you can see that we dropped in just 10 years, we dropped millions of dollars. That's not there. And the beauty of this is you're not working any harder. You're just consistently putting this money into your return account at 10% annual, and it's working for you. But you have to put the money in there so this can happen. Let's go back a little bit more. If we go back and you only invest for 25 years, look what happened. $590,000. And even worse, if you only put in and you haven't started and you're 50 years old, $190,000. This is a reality. It's not pretty, but it is a reality. So I want you to start today, as soon as possible, building that muscle and putting that money over. And listen, if you don't have $500 to put over, start with what you can. Because once you start to see it building while you're sleeping, you'll get more engaged. If you can start in your 20s, you can have over $4 million. If you wait and wait and wait and say, I don't have the money, it's just going to happen whether you think you do or you don't. Let me know below. Have you started? What are your frustrations? You have to start somewhere. And I don't care if it's $5. So you can feel that I can let go of $5 and then $15 and then $50 and then $100 and then $250 and then $500 a month, every month, every month, every month, so that you can have a relaxed and absolute secure retirement. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, share it with anyone that you know that this would help them. Check in with yourself, decide what you want to do, what kind of a lifestyle you want to have at retirement, and just really get started. It's so important that you start today. Let me know below if this was helpful. Let me know any questions you have. And if you feel like you need some very hands-on help, there's a link below for you to sign up for a complimentary and free roadmap call with me. No obligation. and everything we talk about remains 100% confidential. If you haven't started and you just are overwhelmed, click that link. Let's get on a roadmap call and see what we can do.